falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ボーナなんてもうグッバイ証拠にもなくファイナカマと Need another day I wanna know it from missing no more どこまでも抗ってこう今超えてく Also ready to break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Give me the point throw in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I gotta go, ski myself, save for back foot I gotta go, ski myself, see a suspect Time away from me, stop my shadow Smooth, let us set my tongue on this fix I can Nobody knows, cause I can't flow Live fast for the
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. This is mainly going to be a video focusing on Adin Ross, but also talking about the new generation of kids. Let me just skip this video just in talking. But the reason why I want to discuss about this video is, or just in general about what I'm about to tell you guys, is I feel like, because I definitely want to bring this up, because I feel like the new generation of kids are becoming a lot worse than the past generations, and Adin Ross is a prime example. How I know is, of course, there's nothing wrong having a massive fan base. I do give him credit, whether he earned it or not. But at the same time, he is taking the wrong footsteps. He's making very reckless decisions. He's basically a die-hard Andrew Tate fan, and he'll do whatever he can to impress him, just like how Fly tries so hard to be able to please Stephen Curry, or Steph Curry for short. But people are trying to figure out where I'm trying to go with this video. From what I understand, because this is important, because like he gets a lot of donations. He has a very toxic chat, whether especially on Kick, Twitch. I know he has Discord. I personally don't go on there anymore, and I think that's what made him popular. He does weird cringe stuff, like having Gorlock the Destroyer set people up, having Gorlock sit on people, and then making the guys think it's really a woman on top of them, but it's really a transformer. Just to basically censor what I have to say, you guys. And as you can tell, he's known as a massive gambler, because he's quick to spend a bunch of money, and I don't know. Well, the whole point behind doing that is, I don't know whether it's to impress his friends or to gain a larger fan base. That may be the case. But the one thing I do know is, because like, and this is important, you guys, because I do know him. I do know for a fact he was friends with Bronny, and that's what made him popular too. But at the same time, I want to go straight into the new generation of kids. I personally don't believe that they should be content creators at a very young age, whether it may be starting 15, 16, 17, even 14, obviously way younger. But because my opinions 333 brought this to my attention too. I personally feel like the reason why so many kids are going heavily on their internet, or are addicted to the internet, because they probably most likely don't have that many friends in real life. And they're trying to find a place to fit. They don't get that much attention from their parents. They go around doing crazy stuff. They cloud chase. They get into these situations, hoping that'll make them go viral, even if it means harassing people. And they treat the internet like it's their personal life, just like Adin Ross. And that's the important part. Adin Ross, you consider how much of a success he's made on the internet. He treats it also as his personal life, because he feels like he really has to be on the internet to get to where he is right now, in order to make a career. But the very important part is that a lot of these new generation kids are very easily brainwashed. They're very conceited. They get very emotional when you call them out. They do really weird stuff. They go around and harass people claiming it's pranks, and they have no self-awareness. And I'm not trying to really go in on Adin Ross, because that's not the whole purpose of this video. It's to get my point across. And I do believe he is a prime example of like how the new generation has turned out, and that it may potentially be doomed. That the future may potentially be doomed for humanity. And I do know for a fact that because I don't keep tabs of every influencer's life, but I do know for a fact that he basically brings in like OnlyFans models. He brings in these Instagram chicks, these half-naked women into his live streams, and he has like a bunch of kids watching. And of course, as the content creator, like, or as the influencer, you may not have control who joins the chat. You're not fully aware of their age. But there are times where Adin Ross does not take it serious enough. Or if someone were to say they're like 15 or 16, he'll just claim that they're trolling, or that it's their fault, whatever. And then again, of course, they shouldn't have been on the live stream. If they're really that young, they shouldn't really be on the chat, and the parents need to monitor their kids more carefully. But some people don't realize how much power Adin Ross is, and people are really definitely trying to meat right off this man. Like, he's actually made and I'm not even. I show Speed as a prime example. People, or like Kai Cenat, people who have joined his live streams, who've done like collaborations with him, I noticed something. They became very popular on there. They became famous and grew just as many, close to as many subscribers or even more than Adin Ross. And I want to say that Kai Cenat and I Show Speed are a prime example of that. And that's something we cannot deny. Well, whether we should be impressed or not, I do know for a fact that if you do collabs with Adin Ross, you end up getting the clout that you want, or you may end up getting more than Adin Ross. But at the same time, it's like, because of his influence, they're clout chasing for the wrong reasons, and that's not what people aren't aware of. And of course, I don't want to be too long with this video. Adin Ross has had some issues too. He used to, obviously, if you guys were aware back then, I think it was a few years ago, he used to date a girl named Pammy Baby. I think it's Pam Baby. Correct me if I'm wrong or not. But it seemed like he had a really good relationship with that girl, and good on him. If it really turned out well for him back then. But I feel like ever since she left him, Adin Ross is not. It feels like a completely different person. He doesn't have that. I feel like he doesn't have as much confidence in himself. Trust me. When that girl was around, I do know for he used to be way more confident in himself. Well, of course, now we have Andrew Tate, which became his bigger inspiration. So it's like Adin Ross is the type of person who really needs someone in order to help feed his ego, to help boost his confidence. It's like, if he doesn't have someone that he looks up to, or someone he's passionate about, he probably wouldn't be the person that he is right now. He wouldn't be able to have the fame, because trust me when I say that him having connections with Bronny, playing like NBA Street Ball on 2K, how, well, like, let's be real, like, him playing NBA 2K Street Ball, whether it was alive or not, because I wasn't there, I didn't see the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure that 100% I assure you that made a difference in his life, like, being able to get that opportunity, because, trust me when I say, when you do collabs with very big people who have power, people who are famous, you realize the difference. You realize how much your popularity starts to grow. But at the same time, it's also concerning too, because I feel like even if Adin Ross isn't aware about it, I feel like also people are also taking the wrong footsteps because of him, and he's ruining the new generation, even though he's young himself. You have too many kids going around harassing people, especially now as adults. I'm not talking about just the minors like in high school. I'm talking about young adults in their early 20s, mid to late 20s possibly, who feel like now is the golden opportunity because Adin Ross was their greatest influencer, and he, again, using his name, also giving him a bad reputation, because apparently his videos are what encouraged them to make those decisions, apparently, which is true. But, and I have to be real with you guys, apparently even if Adin Ross may have influenced them, doesn't mean he's responsible for their actions. He chose to make those decisions in life. It doesn't seem like he's out of any legal trouble that I know about, but at the same time, everyone's responsible for their own actions, and they should not push the blame on somebody else, even if he was the influencer, and even if his videos were convincing enough, and as to why people want to be able to grow their social media. But at the end of the day, that's not the way to handle it, and there's so many different better ways to be able to like get a following without having to be a nuisance. But that's what a lot of people do. That's the path that a lot of people choose to make, and look how their life turns out. Adin life has his, but the majority is uncertain of. But from there, I'm gonna have to end it off, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check the notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.